Fashion has inevitably changed consumers' purchasing habits. Teens are compelled to keep up with the latest fashion trends in response to the demands fed by social media platforms, including TikTok and Instagram amidst this internet era. As part of the reason, every year the world consumes an estimated 80 billion pieces of clothing, a 400% increase from 2 decades ago. Trendy fashion brands promise to offer affordable clothes to your doorstep within 5 business days. It would be difficult to escape this oversaturated world of fast fashion if you have been accustomed to such comfort and ease. We are all surrounded by fast fashion every day, but does the public know anything about it?
Do you know what fast fashion is?
No, I don't know.
I've got no idea.
No.
Is it the ever-changing face of today's fashion?
Fast fashion is a fairly new concept that originated in the 2000s with retail brands like Zara and H&M. As the name suggests, fast fashion emphasizes the feature of delivering the trendiest item to customers at astonishing speeds for affordable prices. However, the clothes industry has already been a constantly evolving production system since the 1800s. Before the 1800s, most people relied on rearing sheep to gather wool for spinning yarn to weaving cloth to manufacture garments. As you would imagine, this took a lot of time. After the Industrial Revolution, the cycle of fashion accelerated. New textile machines, factories, and ready-made clothing with a variety of sizes sprung up. The invention of the sewing machine led to a very quick decline in garment prices and a massive expansion in the size of the clothes manufacturing industry. Yet the rise and shine of fast fashion began in the 1960s, when young people embraced trendy yet affordable clothing to follow these new patterns and rejected the fitted traditions of older generations. Fashion trends started to pick up speed. Massive textile factories were popping up all over developing countries as fashion designers scrambled to keep up with the rising demand for inexpensive garments. This is how fast fashion was born. Over 2 centuries of development, fast fashion has become life's essential. Whenever you want to dress for your Christmas party, smart, casual for an interview, or even sportswear. I asked Fawn what she thought about fast fashion.
I think I'm in 2 minds about it. I think it's a good thing, but it's not. Like, I think it's a good thing in the sense of it's affordable to a lot of people, so anyone can go and buy a full outfit for under £30.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a large size range, and with websites like Shein and stuff, there's not much of a markup on plus size clothing, and there is a wide size range, and it's not as marked up as, say, Superdry. That's really expensive. And then if you're looking for anything plus size, it is double the price that you're paying anyway, which is expensive.
Far outweigh the positives. The excessive consumption due to low pricing is the fundamental cause of environmental degradation, including the consumption of water and carbon emissions when producing clothes. But first, let's see how fast this fashion cycle is. There are 5 stages of the cycle: the introduction, rise, peak, decline, and obsolescence. New design, style, and textile are launched in the fashion center, which only a minority can accept, and the fashion leaders like celebrities or influencers will start leading the trends. The rise begins when manufacturers start to mimic the styles of those designer clothes, with cheaper material and minimal detail, and mass produce them to earn their biggest profit. When fast fashion reaches its peak, manufacturers might need to update and create a similar design to keep it fresh to the consumers. When the trend goes out of fashion, it represents that the cycle has come to an end. The consumer's demand will decrease as the market of that item becomes saturated, and retailers will mark down the price for clearance. The cycle ends when consumers are no longer interested in this trend, and no one considers this product. The carbon footprint of the fast fashion industry, bought in the UK, is greater than flying a plane around the world 900 times. Imagine this process happening every 2 to 3 weeks for launching a new season of wear. How large is the burden of fast fashion to the environment? Since consumers can access fast fashion effortlessly with cheap prices, they will not cherish the clothes as people used to in the olden days. All the out of fashion, not frequently worn clothing will only end up in our bins. The House of Commons Environmental Audit Committee in 2019 showed that around 30,000 tons of textile waste ends up in household black bins every year, sent to landfill or incinerators. Don't you think it's a waste of money if you bin clothes that you will only wear a few times? Aside from the huge waste produced during the manufacturing process, the material itself uses a lot of natural resources and creates water and air pollution. Take denim as an example. Although it is made of 100% cotton, it takes 10 to 12 months to fully biodegrade. However, denim is blended with other synthetic fibers like spandex for added stretch. As a result, can take much longer to biodegrade depending on the ratio of the blend, and often leading microfibers to end up in rivers, lakes and our oceans. It's time for you to distance yourself from fast fashion. You might ask, how can I stay away from cheap and fancy clothes? There are way more alternatives to fast fashion out there for you to explore, such as buy less and consider cost per wear. When you're looking to buy an item of clothing, ask yourself how many times you are likely to wear it before getting rid of it. This is a tough one if you have a budget constraint. When we buy cheaper clothing, we think we are saving more money than we are. Should you spend £9 on a top that will last you 3 months, or £59 on a top that will last 10 years? Ethical clothing is also a choice to replace fast fashion. The second-hand and vintage clothing market has been thriving in recent years. Second-hand shopping is a great way to remove demand for fast fashion and prevent clothing from ending up in landfill. You could also swap clothes with friends or see if there are any clothing swap events going on in your area. It's a great way to get a wardrobe refresh for free. Give your clothes a new life by upcycling. Whether you're upcycling things you resell or buying products from designers, it's always nice to know that you have something that is completely unique.
So hi, I'm Nina. I'm from Slovenia. So I'm a textile engineer and I'm a designer of a recycled brand called Nina Rosina. As well, I'm a founder and a leader of sewing courses and workshops about sewing and upcycling, recycling textiles and other materials. On a personal scale, I'm not buying any new clothes at stores. So it's been a few years that I bought something new, except for socks, okay, or something that I really can choose. I cannot make at home yet. Yeah. I don't buy anything that is mass-produced or that is fast fashion. I always get my clothes at secondhand, at the textile exchanges, or I make them by myself.
Take Nina as an example. Repairing an item and giving it a new life is a great skill and a wonderful thing. There is also huge social and economic benefit for small local businesses, as well as rural village industries to consume their upcycled products, and also a great way to show support to every upcycled product maker who strongly believes in a level of craftsmanship that we just don't see very much anymore. Cheap clothing not only wastes your money, it also destroys the planet we are living in. We still have a long way to get rid of fast fashion. And as long as we work together to combat fast fashion, we will see the decline of fast fashion someday soon.